Whenever you're ready.
Hundreds of Japanese planes fill the sky. Americans, not knowing what is about to happen, go on with their lives. Boom! The first bomb is landed on a boat with soldiers and equipment. Soon, one after another, bombs come flying in the sky, crashing into the other boats. A man shouts out, "I thought we were friends with the Japanese." "Apparently not," said the other man. This was a day known as Pearl Harbor, which was when the U.S. entered the war. Americans feared Japan would invade them, so they put their people in internment camps. After carefully reviewing this subject, my primary sources are a History of Us book titled War, Peace, and All That Jazz, video clips and quotes. Americans took Japanese American citizens' 4th and 14th Amendment rights away, proving to Germans they could put Jews in concentration camps. Therefore, I believe the U.S. government was wrong to put Japanese Americans in internment camps. It's my constitutional right. Claudette Colvin. Now, I really want you to focus on the words American in Japanese, American, and the word citizen. The definition of American is a person living or born a citizen of the United States. The definition of citizen is a member of a state entitled to full civil rights. What do you think this means? Think real hard. Well, pros, if you can't get through your stubborn head, I will tell you myself. The Japanese Americans had no right to be put in internment camps if they were entitled to full civil rights. Pros, you're going to try and say that Japanese put us in internment camps. There's a difference. They put our soldiers in internment camps. But they were ready for this to happen. This was what they trained for. The American citizens did not even know about it. Some Japanese citizens didn't even know about Pearl Harbor. Example, if your friends robbed a corner store and you did not know about it, should you really be going to jail for the crime? I'll let you be the judge of that. An unjust law is not a law at all. Dr. James Farmer. The 4th Amendment protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures. The 14th Amendment says, "Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process." Folks would probably agree with Harry Truman, who said, "A president is consistently on top of events, or if he hesitates, events will soon be on top of him." Yeah, stay on top of things, but find a better solution. Americans used propaganda that said Japanese were horrible people. Well, how much more horrible is Americans for having Japanese children feel as if even having my parents there would not help me from getting shot if I had did something bad. We were once friends with Japanese. I guess forgive and forget doesn't apply to them. Confidence thrives on honesty, on honor, on scaredness or obligations, on faithful protection, on an unselfish performance. Without them, it cannot live. Franklin D. Roosevelt. At the time, Franklin may have felt the confidence and honor saved the country from an invasion, faithful protection. But it is not a privilege to say, "I locked up women, children, men, and pointed guns at them." The American propaganda was that Japanese were happy in internment camps. They lived regular lives. Would life be regular if you lived inside barbed wire like a prisoner? Oh wait, they were prisoners. Would life be regular if guns were constantly pointed at you? Yeah, sure, life is great. Think about this. We kids don't even like our parents telling us what to do because we want freedom. If you see how we act when someone who is not our parents tell us what to do, what's the difference if a soldier tells you what to do something? I mean, this isn't just a get a whooping. Just to get a whooping, it's a old bear get shot thing. Now, remember how the Army soldiers looked when they found concentration camps? Yeah, pros. There's a difference between concentration and internment camps, but only a little. Hitler had to think of if Americans can put Japanese in internment camps, could it really matter if I put Jews in concentration camps? So can we really blame it all on Hitler? We hear certain people say, "An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth," using this term improperly and loosely just to feel a form of justification to support their cause. In their way of using this term, it implies revenge. Really, this ancient law was to help God's people to emphasize the sanctity of life and also to impress strongly upon his people the need of extraordinary care to avoid doing injury to another. Based on the origin of this phrase, God causes one to think before he or she does something detrimental to another. The current way this term is being used, again, is a strong form of revenge. So I ask you, is this really the example that you want to brand in the minds of young ones who are titled as the future? There's already so much crime and pestilence in this world today. Do we actually need to do things in a way to promote and encourage further injustice? I didn't write a speech to disagree the affirmatives, but so we don't make the same mistake as our forefathers. That is why I believe it is wrong for U.S. government to put Japanese Americans in internment camps. But who am I? Just another youth being groomed for the future? You decide.